just for a minute. Close your eyes for a second.
Hi Posh fam, let's just dig into the last episode that was the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now before we actually get into the episode proper, you guys would have seen that Garcelle broke the internet in the last 7 days. And
hey guys, so I have some news. I've decided to leave Beverly Hills. It's been a wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened. And some hard things have also happened, but it's been a ride nevertheless. One of the reasons why I'm leaving is my family, my boys. Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jade is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too. And secondly, I have the most exciting projects that I am developing, producing, and acting in. I can't tell you anything right now, but you'll know soon. I just want to say thank you to Andy Cohen, to Bravo, NBC Universal, Evolution, 32 Flavors, the producers, the crew, and of course the ladies. Andy Cohen says I can come back anytime. The door will always be open. So you never know. I might pop back in sometime. To the fans, I want to say thank you so much. You guys have cheered me on, supported me, and
it was shocking, not exactly shocking for some of us who sort of saw it coming with the last 2 episodes that aired on this season. Now, just in case you've been living under the rock and you haven't seen this particular post, Garcelle made a post, I think it was Wednesday last week, to let us in on the fact that she is moving on from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise. Now, according to her, it was a decision she didn't take lightly before making. All parts to play with her kids, getting into high school, and also the fact that this particular season was, a bit challenging for her. Now, we all have now come to see, given the trailers of the reunion that has aired, it appears a few things went down at the reunion. And I would say it will not be clear for us because we are leaving this particular season with a lot of questions that wasn't answered. Now, we didn't even know it was a season finale until Garcelle broke the news and Andy Cohen and the crew decided, okay, the last episode was going to air. And that's pretty much it. We're heading into the reunion, and the trailer of the reunion came out and all of the conversations surrounding the reunion. So we're no longer dealing with the episode that just aired. We are now focused on the reunion because based off of what happened at the reunion, it's definitely impacted on Garcelle's decision to move on or, leave the show. Now, according to Garcelle, this is her decision, and so the door is open for a comeback in the future. Now, Andy has sort of confirmed this, and Impact to play, she didn't really leave on a good note with the ladies, and we're all going to see this play out at the reunion. Now, I cannot wait for this reunion, but before we get to the reunion, let's just round up the season with the last episode that aired. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, I don't know what you're waiting for. Get on the subscription button, like, comment, share this channel with your friends, and support me as I come here and give you regular commentary, gossips, and recap of reality show. Now, I'm going to say this over and over again. Katie is experiencing a senior citizen moment on this franchise, on this show. Whenever I see Katie come on, it's something goofy that she's about to do. She is goofy as hell. I am not sure. It went from her wetting herself to having a serious hot flash on the beach that we would have assumed to be cold. Also, the amount of makeup regimen, the amount of beauty regimen this woman puts up, it's amazing. I think she has like 2 boxes load of cosmetics and beauty products just for her skin regimen, and it takes maximum, and this is just me watching, maybe a few hours, 4 to 5 hours to complete the routines that she goes through to stay young. I don't know if it's working. I don't think I want to be a party to that when I get old. If this is what not getting old looks like, I guess I am in for a real shocker. With that being said, it is safe to say that these ladies have managed to make it to shore. And when I say make it to shore safely, it's the last episode that will tell you a lot, because Sutton literally walked off the catamaran and the conversation with the girls, and I felt like she was about to exit the boat. But it turns out that she couldn't. So she just walked off and went, on the deck to get her feelings or gather her thoughts to herself. Now, clearly, they were able to abort the catamaran. They landed safely. And judging by the evening's chaos and drama, it would have appeared Sutton should have just well and truly stayed on shore, because the drama followed her all to land. So the ladies gathered prepared to gather for Erika and Dorit's birthday. This again was organized by Boz, of course. And very quickly we saw Garcelle and Jennifer, walking into the other villa to, gather with the girls. And it was then they revealed that Sutton wasn't feeling like coming. She felt uncomfortable. She felt unsupported, and given what has happened, she didn't feel safe to join the ladies. And according to Jennifer, she felt there was an orchestrated attack, by Dorit and Erika to bring her down. And this got Erika seeing red, and she pretty much got irate. We saw Garcelle trying to say, the fact that Jennifer says this, it's not just Jennifer noticing. It's the fact that you said one thing and Dorit re-echoed the same thing you said. It felt like there was a collusion. You guys colluded, conspired to, just make her uncomfortable. We thought with the fact that Sutton feeling uncomfortable and unsupported, she would not join the ladies. But it didn't take long before she changed her mind, because for her pretty dress wasn't going to go to waste. But it did leave a very frosty atmosphere at the dinner table. Now, it went from someone trying to mimic the other to Sutton making a fool out of herself, okay? At the start of this particular dinner, they had to shop, okay? It was during the shopping event that Sutton walked in, and Jennifer, her friend, quickly filled her in on what has transpired with the fact that with the comment she had made to Sutton's defense against Erika and Dorit, pretty much letting her know it will not be a good atmosphere, so just be prepared. Now, in the same vein, Kaale walked to Sutton to try and find out where her head was, where she was at. Sutton was like, I just don't want to have this conversation. Can I feel like a Barbie doll princess for a minute? Again, that's one thing. You want to support Sutton. However, her behavior tells you otherwise. Like, do I really want to support this lady? She comes across as crazy sometimes. It was no surprise that when the environment got too hot or intense for Sutton, she actually did a runner. And this is typical Sutton behavior. When the conversation is not going your way, you're trying to gain attention, and again, there is just a lot of chaos. She does a runner. I can't really blame her. But what I can say here is that in this particular episode, you can actually see Garcelle's and Sutton's relationship literally falling apart. Garcelle has decided sort of take 4 steps back and observing on the sideline. I think might be coming too little too late, because it's been how many years now? 5. And so if you have kept to this pattern in that 5 years, it will be hard. And then cliques have already been formed. It will be hard to break into the other friendship circles, because again, like I said, cliques in a feel-good group-like setting would not last through the term. If you want longevity, you need to all bond and live cohesively, holistically, like however you want to say it. But in this regard, I felt for Garcelle, and I could actually see this was probably where she made the decision not to or to move on from the show. Now, in a typical Boz fashion, she tried to play, I would think, in her head offensive, but it came across as defensive. she invited Sutton out for a chocolatier masterclass, if you will call it that. And in this particular sit down, Boz wanted to hear Sutton's thoughts. This is exactly how this conversation went. And Sutton's response was, if I share my thoughts with you, it will no longer be my thought, which was very clever. But in the same vein, she just felt like, I think she broke it down for Boz to say, I have been in this group for a while now, and I know how the game is played. I know exactly what's happening. I know these women don't like me. I have tried as much as I can, and I'm not going to roll on the floor for like a carpet to be stepped on just because I want to bond with the ladies. But Sutton, on the other hand, is trying so hard to be, you know, Kaale's doormat. She wants Kaale's approval so bad. It is now disgusting to watch the way she is gunning for that friendship. I don't know. Money does speak 1,000 words. Again, I don't think both got the answer she wanted, or I think what she got was Sutton remains aloof, intending to be cordial and civil, and Boz felt that made her feel like Sutton was trying to be above the group. And I kind of disagree here, because the woman has tried all angles. Even her apology is not actually landing well at this point. Now, according to Dorit, whatever she says is not enough. So pretty much there's not much else to do. If there's anything bigger than sorry, maybe Garcelle, Boz should recommend that to Sutton, and I'm pretty sure Sutton is going to try. At this rate, the girl wants peace, and she's not having it. While the conversation was happening, we could actually see Kaale, Jennifer, and Garcelle having a beachside lunch, whatever, gathering to talk about the situation within the group. And very quickly, Kaale reminded Garcelle about the comment she made, you know, insinuating that she's not speaking or supporting Sutton, knowing that Sutton values Kaale's support over the rest of the group. Kaale is feigning ignorance, and that's quite delusional. Kaale thinks they shouldn't put all the blame on her. According to her, Jesus, don't put all the blame on me. And she's like, why would you think that I should speak up when you both did not speak up? And the truth is, Sutton wants Kaale's support. Garcelle and Jennifer Tilly only now, Garcelle has been blowing the trumpets for the last 5 years, okay? So that record is now sort of broken. And now, Jennifer has joined the crew, but it looks like Jennifer isn't able to break the bigger group, or the Fox 5 as they're called. And so she's now going back, leaning on Sutton to weather the storm, if you can call it that. But it's not landing. Sutton is literally begging to be friends with the rest of the girls, and I don't know how this is going to play out. Whilst that was happening, we did find out towards the end of this particular scene that Erika had a sit down with Sutton to clear the air about the collusion, orchestrated gang-up attack. But we saw Erika and Dorit continue on their tirade and antics about just trying to be right. And that is the problem. Each person on this particular season wants to be heard and wants to be right, not understanding that empathy and just letting some things slide. But it would not be fun, I guess. But I would say, looking back all through 17 seasons, there were only maybe 3, if that were devoid of altercations, attacks, verbal aggression. And that in itself is like a record fail for me, because I want the show to be entertaining, not constantly about women attacking each other. Can't women get along? And I would say in the Real Housewives record books, the girls' trip, you would think, will be an atmosphere for peace, unity, and relaxation. They've literally are yet to break the record to say we've had one successful girls' trip where there wasn't drama. It's not happening. Boz did try. She tried really hard in this one, you could see. The night of this particular episode ended with the girls coming together for a carnival-like situation. The Caribbeans are known for their big carnival. They were all dressed to the nines. Literally naked. I hope that's a word I can. They left anything. They left nothing to the imagination. So okay, but I would say they all looked great. They looked stunning in their outfit. And in this particular final moment where they had a sit down, there was sort of a kumbaya-ish resolution. I guess Erika started with her normal attack. Was it you? Was it you that came for me and said that we are colluding against Sutton? And I think Garcelle was like, well, I am trying to build a friendship now. I'm trying to bring out my cards and lay it out on the table. And I'm going to just believe you and take your words for it that you were not colluding and just leave it at that. I think, and that then mirrored the conversation he had with Sutton behind the scenes, where Sutton was like, well, I can't speak for my friends, even though your friends are sort of defending you, but you are not even defending them. She cannot speak for them. And she does not think that Dorit and Erika colluded or gang. It was just like, oh my God. I don't even know. I guess Sutton is just tired. The woman is, now struggling to breathe. She's on life support. So she's just wanting peace with any way or any shape it came from. So the resolution was they're going to move on. I guess there wasn't anything to talk about anymore. We would see that, we did see Erika's ex-husband or husband, being found guilty of the charges that were laid against him now. And I guess her thoughts on that were shared. It wasn't much to say, when you do the time or you do the crime, you have to, do the time. I guess we've covered this particular drama 3 seasons now. Enough is enough. I don't really want to talk about, all of those people. But he's guilty. He's going to spend longer than he has left on earth in jail, which is quite unfortunate. That's it, guys. I cannot wait to unpack the reunion with everyone. It seems like it's going to be where we get a lot of questions answered, a lot of things will be revealed, and there will be endings that we sort of are now expecting to see, and it's sad all around. Thank you so much for sticking by me as I ran all the commentary with you. You would not have made it possible if I did not get one person watching, and I do appreciate all of your support. Keep supporting, and remember, you're deserving. I will see you on my next recap. Bye. Stay safe and be focused.